In 2021, I reached a point in my life where I said to myself that my life needs a complete makeover, a complete transformation. It can't continue being the same way because I'm not living the life of my dreams. I had been through the worst, losing two of my loved ones 2 weeks apart, and therefore I no longer fear change or failure. I realized that life is too short. I need to make the necessary changes so that I can live the life of my dreams. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about how to become the woman of your dreams. 11 tips to rebrand and reinvent yourself now and become a new you. So for those of you who don't know, I'm XIREN. So I am a chartered accountant by profession. I used to work in corporate, so I was working in corporate for almost 10 years. But now when I reached year 10, I started now to evaluate my life. I started asking myself questions that, is this the kind of life that I want? I had looked at myself, I had looked at my finances, I had looked at everything, and I realized that through staying in the same place, I won't be able to attain the things that I still desire in life. So I went from crunching numbers to now being an entrepreneur and a content creator. So I decided that I had to be reinventing myself. I had to be rebranding myself. And that transition, it happened. When it happened so speedily. From the moment I put my mind to it, I began to work on it, and now I can finally say that I have completely rebranded because I am no longer in the office. I am no longer in corporate. I'm now doing my own things. I no longer have a boss. I'm now even doing things that I'm not even qualified for. I've now moved from crunching numbers to making a global impact, and my life now has found meaning, has found purpose. I'm no longer just doing things for just the organization. Now the influence that I am making, it's even much bigger. I can say that yes, I found my calling. I can say that yes, I am so happy. I can say that I have so much freedom. Now I am finally in charge of my time. I am finally in charge of my days. I am enjoying life. Why? Because I took the decision to rebrand myself. Yes, at first it was not easy. Yes, at first it was not comfortable. It was hard. It required a lot of learning. It required a lot of doing things which were so uncomfortable. It required a lot of changing my mindset, changing a lot of things about me, letting go of certain habits. But I am happy that I've decided to do that decision, because now these 2 years that I have lived after my rebranding are even much happier than the 10 years that I have lived while being in corporate. Yes, at that particular time, being a chartered accountant was part of my dream, but I knew at that time when I did qualify that I don't really want to be practicing. I want to be doing other things, but life just ended up being that way. I ended up being so comfortable with getting that constant income, and I did not see a way out. I felt like, which job is going to pay me so much more? Which business is going to pay me so much more? There's so much failure outside. There's so much disappointment outside. What if I lose my comfort? What if I lose money now and I end up losing my cars and losing my houses? What am I going to do? So it was fear that was stopping me from reinventing myself, that was stopping me from rebranding myself. But now, because I had reached a stage where I said to myself that it can't continue this way, and I fear nothing anymore because I have seen the worst. Now it's time for me to take charge of my life and begin to live the life of my dreams. So here are the steps which worked for me, and which I am still using, because I am constantly rebranding myself. I am constantly reinventing myself, because I believe that I am multifaceted. Number one, self-reflection is very important. Think to yourself, what is it that you are gifted in? What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? What are your passions? What are your aspirations? What are the things that are working so well right now? What are the things which are not working so well? What is it that you want to be changing? What is it that you want to be improving on? What is the state of your life right now? So it's important to do that self-reflection if you want to be reinventing your life. So with me, when I did the self-reflection, looking at my strengths, my weaknesses, my passions, my values, I said to myself, yes, I am passionate about writing. So maybe I can go into maybe having a blog. I am passionate about empowering people, about motivating people, about speaking. Maybe I can go into maybe having a channel, speaking to different people on the platform. So I saw my strengths. I was like, yes, I can do that. And then when I was looking at my weaknesses, I was like, I'm not good at like door-to-door sales thing, or like knocking on people's doors and selling products to them. That is not me. That is not me. I am quite comfortable in other areas. Yes, I feel like my strength is also being like hardworking. I don't need anyone to manage me. I can manage myself. So I saw that as one of my strengths, hardworking as one of my strengths. And then when it came to my values, I saw Christianity as my religion, as my faith. So I can do stuff maybe as well along my faith, because it is part of who I am. And then another part was like, oh, I'm so passionate about traveling. So maybe how can I make sure that if traveling also fits into the kind of life that I still desire for myself? So it's important to do that entire introspection. And also to look at my life, I'm like, okay, I am a mother, I am a wife. So with where I still want to go, where does all this thing fit in? How can I still be the best me? How can I still have the life of my dreams while still not robbing the other people who are around me, while still showing them love, while they still have me? So I saw it as an opportunity now for me now to offer the best version of myself to everyone. Because when I was still in corporate and trying also to have side hustle, I would not have enough family time. It meant that during night time I am working, and it also meant that maybe during the weekends I'm also working. So I don't have the time to be spending with my family. But now when I was thinking of the ideal picture that I still want, I was like, oh, then this will afford me now the time to spend more with my family, with my loved ones. So it's important to do the state of affairs in your life. Where are you currently? What is working? What is it that needs to be changed in your life? Maybe some of you, it might be in terms of confidence. You know that for where you need to be going, you need to be quite confident, and you are not yet confident. Or maybe with some of you, you might have realized that maybe your image is an issue. So you still need to be working on it. You still need to be doing something about it. Or maybe with some of you, when you reflect, you realize that you are so depressed, and now you are thinking, how do you come out of that depressed state and reinvent yourself now to take over the world, and reinvent now to be the best version of you as you are entering into the year 2024. So number 2, begin to dream as if the sky is the limit. Begin to have those dreams. Remember those dreams that you used to have maybe when you were still a child and playing with other kids and doing the role play. You used to be having certain dreams, and then now you've realized, you've come to the reality of life that no, those dreams are not going to happen. Life is so harsh. I can't dream that anymore. This is my a reality. Now go back and dream again. You know, those nice cars that you wanted to be driving, those nice houses, mansion that you wanted to be staying at, traveling that you wanted to be doing. Go back now and dream about it. You know, the confidence, the speaking, the things that you wanted to be doing. Go back now and dream about it. Have those dreams. Those dreams have to be planted into your head, planted into your mind. It's something that you need to be meditating upon. Meditate about the life that you desire. If you have seen it in someone else, if you have seen someone else living it, it means that it is achievable. It means that it is doable. So you as well can also still achieve it. It's a matter of how. It's a matter of how and a matter of when, but it does not mean that it is not doable. So begin to dream. So as well with me, when I decided now to reinvent my life, when now I decided to rebrand my life, I began dreaming out of the ordinary, because I had accepted that I need to be settling, because there's nothing that is going to come. There's no money that is going to come to afford me a mansion. This is not a mansion as yet, but a mansion is coming. There's no money that's going to afford me the kind of cars that I still want to be driving based on the role that I was at in my company. I even knew that even if I had to be moving around and getting a promotion, it will be so limited. But I began to dream. I began to dream of the kind of life that I wanted to live. That life without a boss. That life without reporting to anyone. That life where I can even just work by the beach and I'm still fine. That life where it is so nice, where I still have the finer things in life. That life where I am impacting so many people, influencing so many people, speaking to so many people. I began to dream about that life. That life where I am the best-selling author. I began now to have such dreams, to create such dreams. And guess what happens after creating such dreams in your head? You need now to begin making smart goals, setting smart goals. So number 3, it's set smart goals. So for those of you who know, you know that the S, it stands for specific. Make sure that your goals are specific. Give it a name. This is the exact goal. So my goal was to have what? A YouTube channel. My goal, one of my goals was to say I'll be having a YouTube channel. So it was quite specific. And then it was measurable. The M, your smart goals must be measurable. So I knew that I want to have a YouTube channel that is also going to be having subscribers, that is also going to be making an income. And then the A is for achievable. I knew that it was achievable. I've seen other people on YouTube, they have YouTube channels, so it means that it is achievable. And then R, relevant. I knew that it was relevant with where I am going, relevant with my dreams, relevant with my desires, because it's one of the things that I have planned on doing. And then T, it means that it must be time bound. So I knew, I gave myself a date that by this particular date I need to be starting with actioning this goal. And I also put on times that I would prefer that if maybe by this particular time frame I'm at this number of subscribers. So when you are setting your goals, it is important to make sure that they are smart goals. Set those goals that you do want to buy a car. Set the time frame. It must be time bound. Have those goals. Or if it's goals that you want to venture into a new career, set those goals that, okay, you now want to be a doctor, but what does it take to become a doctor? It means that you now have to be studying, and you think about that entire process. You need a new qualification, and also give it a time that you need to start doing it by this particular time. And also when it comes to setting smart goals, what I did for me, I had put it as a goal that I need to leave my employment, and I had also put in a time frame, and I also said to myself that these are the things that I should be trying to do. These are the side hustles that I should be trying to do so that I can be earning income, so that I am not stranded by the time I leave my employment. So I was making sure that my goals are what? Are smart goals. And then number 4, it is important to be researching and learning, and you never stop researching, you never stop learning. So this is a continuous process. Even where I am right now, I am still learning. There's a whole lot of things that I'm still learning. There's a whole lot of things that I'm still researching on. When it came to the blog, I had to be learning so much about how to be writing a blog, how to make sure it does show up on Google, how to make sure that it does attract the traffic. So there was so much learning involved. That's where I got to learn about SEO and all sort of things. So it's important to be doing the learning. And also with YouTube, I got to learn that this is how you need to be doing your research for YouTube. This is how you need to be titling your videos and all that. So there was so much learning that I had to be going through, so much of researching. So you can't stop learning. The moment when I started doing my YouTube channel, I would just post a video without even learning on how to do the YouTube channel, and you find that it was not really getting so much views. But now when I committed my time to doing the research, I began to see now my videos getting what? The views. And when they get more views, it means what? There's more ads that are being played, that are playing, and there's more money that is coming in because I am doing the right kind of research. Number 5, it's important to create a detailed plan. Now write down the plan in detail, the plan of the things that you need to be doing. Write it down in detail. Plan your life now. Plan that these are the activities that you need to do, or these are the courses now that you need to be doing, or this is how you need to be approaching things, or this will be your strategy. This is where you'll start and this is where you will finish. Begin planning. Begin to plan that, okay, this is my 5-year goal. These are the things that I see myself achieving in 5 years. But what needs to be achieved now in year 1? Think to yourself, what is it that needs to be done now in year 1? And also break it down further. What is it that needs to be done in the next 12 months? What is it that needs to be done now in month 1? What can I do now in month 1? And think to yourself, what is it that you can do now in week 1? What is it that you can do, begin doing tomorrow? So have that plan, because everything feeds off from the plan. How much you are going to be pushing, how much you are going to be persisting, it's based on the plan that you already have. So you must make sure that you do have that smart plan. You do have that plan that is breaking down all the activities that you are going to be doing, all the tasks that are involved. It's similar to if you want to be starting a business. A business requires also a business plan, and the business plan is so detailed. So also have that with your life. If you want to successfully relaunch yourself, if you want to successfully reinvent yourself, have a plan on how you are going to be doing it. And once you do have a plan and break it down into chewable pieces, you are going to realize that it's not going to be so overwhelming. You are going to realize that it is quite doable. Number 6, just start. It's important that after doing that plan and all that, just start. You'll perfect the craft along the way. You can dwell and waste so much time while busy planning, trying to craft the perfect plan, but just start. Everything else, you will learn it along the way. I know when I started my YouTube channel, I did not know much, but all the things that I've learned along the way and began to perfect along the way. Even when it came to blogging, I did it wrong the first time, but the more you work on it, the more now you begin to discover other things that you would not have discovered had you not started. You are going to make mistakes, and then now those mistakes, you are going to be learning from them. So it's important, once you do have that draft plan, just start on it. Just start on that idea. Just start on that business. Just start on it. Once you've even planned that, okay, you want to lose a certain amount of weight, just begin now actioning it. Just begin from tomorrow. Just start working out. There's no need to put it on hold or say you'll start next year or you'll start in 6 months time. Just start right away. Number 7, be consistent. But it's important that when you are consistent, you are consistently doing the things that are right. It's similar in my case in terms of YouTube. Yes, YouTube, you need to post a couple of videos before even the algorithm can pick you up. But if you know that you are posting the right kind of content, you know that eventually it's going to be picked up. But it takes consistency. You just need to be consistent. Even when you don't see the results, just continue, just continue. It's a seed that you are planting, and all those seeds are going to grow in due time. So yes, there'll be days where you feel like you're feeling so tired and you're feeling like you don't see any results, but it's important to be consistent. Once you tell yourself that you are going to be doing this particular task, once you tell yourself that you are going to be getting into a particular routine, you have to keep doing it. It's similar to weight loss. If you just exercise once a week, you are not going to be seeing the result, but it's important to be consistent. Be consistent in eating healthy, be consistent in exercising. So you must know that once you begin to go into the journey of reinventing yourself, you must tell yourself that you will be consistent, you will keep pushing, you will also be persistent. Number 8, it's important to be part of a group. Seek support from other people. When I started my channel, fortunately there was someone who was already running their own channel who also assisted me, and then in that way we were able to exchange ideas and I was able to grow faster. Why? Because I was part of a support group, not even a support group. I knew someone who was doing it. So don't be scared to ask people who are already in the field. Don't be scared to ask. They are going to save you a whole lot of time. They are going to answer you, give you answers to things that are not even on Google, that are not even maybe on YouTube. And also when it comes to my blogging, I did not know anyone around my area who was blogging. So I joined like the Facebook groups that they have. I joined a whole lot of groups that are there so they can teach me as well about blogging. So if you can, don't isolate yourself. Gather the knowledge, gather information as well from other people. And also if you have you can have mentors, someone that you know. Go and approach them. Go ask them to be your mentor. Don't be scared to ask and just conclude that no, they are going to say no. Try, give it a try, because if you know someone who's doing it, it's going to save you a whole lot of months. Number 9, it's important to be exercising. Self-care. It's important to care, to prioritize yourself. Make sure that you are in a good state emotionally. Make sure that you are in a good state physically. Prioritize yourself, because if you are not in a good state emotionally, it's also going to affect you physically. So try to nurture yourself. Try to be eating right. Try to be getting some rest, sleep enough hours, and you will see that if your body feels okay, you'll be able to tackle all the other activities, all the other tasks that you still need. And sometimes self-care means that you need to set boundaries. You need to block off certain things in your life from entering into your life. You need to safeguard your wellness. You need to safeguard yourself. So that is part of self-care. So also give yourself some breaks, give yourself some rest. That's what I also try to do. Sometimes I feel like, oh, when I'm giving myself a rest, maybe I am losing on income, but I'm like, this is my body. I must be in a position to rest it and let it reset, because once it is energized, it will give me optimum results. Number 10, it's important to ignore the voices. When I decided to change my life altogether, when I decided that I wanted to move from corporate now to running my own thing, everyone around me was saying no, it's a bad idea. Even my loved ones were saying that no, it won't work, no, this and that. But I chose to ignore the voices. And yes, you might find that sometimes it's not working as planned, but ignore those voices. You are the only one with the vision. You see where you are going. You are the one with the dream. So ignore the voices, because their dream was not revealed to them. They are not part of that dream. So just ignore those voices of negativity, or those voices that tell you that you have made a mistake or you are making a big mistake. Number 11, be resilient. This journey might not be easy. Yes, other people might say no, they did it maybe the first time around and it worked out, but you might find that with you it does not work that way. You are going to encounter some challenges, and it might even make you regret maybe your decision, or ask yourself a whole lot of questions, or ask yourself if it's ever going to work out. But resilience means bouncing back. Yes, tough times are going to be there, but you just need to be resilient. I remember sometimes with my blog, you'd find that now after the Google update, everything just goes down, and I would be so discouraged. But then I would just rest for a couple of days and then just decide to go on and continue writing. So being resilient means no matter what comes your way, you know where you are heading to. You know what your dream is. You know what your goal is. You still push. Yes, you reset. Yes, you take a break, but you bounce back. That is very important when it comes to reinventing yourself, because sometimes things might not work out as planned, but you must know that eventually, if you are being consistent, if you are doing the right things, you will finally be able to be that woman of your dreams. As you can see, I am sweating because I am recording this video sitting inside a very hot car because it's quite sunny. I can't be recording inside the house because there's a lot of movements. There are people inside the house, but I am not making excuses. So if you want to be reinventing yourself, stop making excuses. Don't say that no, you are waiting until maybe you have the right house, you have your own studio, you have this or you have that, or you are waiting until you can afford gym. No, don't make the excuses. You can still do it even though you don't have the right tools with you. So stop making any form of excuses. And if you haven't liked this video, please like the video and also watch more of my other videos, and also share this video with your circle.